Hello everyone. Today we are going to study a very short topic in ADBMS, that is the query optimization. So what is query optimization? First of all, let us know. See, why do we use a database? We use database to complete certain tasks, and we want that the task that we are giving to database should be completed very quickly. So for taking out any result, we have two things. We want the result to be taken out, and we want the result to be taken out very quickly. That is, I always want to increase the performance of my any machine or any database, and increasing the performance means decreasing the complexity, increasing the speed, and decreasing the computational time. So when I increase the performance of my query, it is known as the optimization of query. So one more thing to take in notice is that then optimization is a comparative term. It is a relative term. That is, I cannot say that my query is the best in the world. I always make a comparison with another query. Like I have a query A and B. So suppose A is a faster one. So A will say that my query is more optimized than the query of B. A will not say that my query is the optimized of all the queries available. No. Okay, so what we have to do is the scanner. So in the query optimization, for this the first step is the scanner. So what does the scanner do? The scanner fetches all the tokens. What does the scanner do? It fetches all the tokens from my query. Now what are the tokens? Tokens are the keyword. For example, select star from table, or select star from employee, right? So select is a token, star is a token, from is a token, employee is a token. Okay, and so what it will do, it will take up all the tokens, and it will segregate them to form a tree called the query tree. So what will happen is that the scanner will form a query tree of all the tokens, and suppose I have written select as this. So this is an error, right? This is not the correct one. So the scanner scans such errors. Okay, it sees that whether all the tokens have been written correctly or not. And suppose a token is written in the wrong way, it is not discarded. It is kept at some other place and it is stored separately. Okay, so what is a query tree? For example, I have this expression A is equal to B plus C into D. So what happens? Equal to is at the top. This side is A. This side is plus sign. Then B and multiplication of C and D. So now how I've made this query tree, I know I need the equal to sign, right? With the on the right hand side of this is A, and then on the left hand side is this entire thing. The summation of the multiplication of C and D has to be added to B, and then that has to be assigned to A. So that is a query tree that you don't need to do in detail. It's just that the scanner forms a query tree. The scanner makes a query tree of our given query, and it finds out all the tokens and which are correct and not, and the tokens that are not correct are stored separately. Then comes the role of the parser. Now what does a parser do? A parser checks whether the sequence in which the query tree has been made is correct or not. For example, I have a query select star where salary is greater than 10,000 from employee. So this is not correct. Now how do I know this is not correct? Because this thing is checked by the parser. That is, it checks the order, the correct, whether my tree is in the correct order or not. The tree will be formed, but I know that the tree is in the incorrect order, so an error will be generated. Now after the scanner and parser have performed their functions, then finally the validator validates whether the query is correct or not, and again it keeps on generating the compilation errors until the query is entered in a correct manner. Finally it is verified, or you can say validated by the validator, that yes, the query is correct. So what happens after that? The query is then converted into an intermediate form. This form is neither read by the machine nor read by the human beings. So what happens is, then the query optimizer, what it does, it decides the order of all the clauses. That is, in which step which query will be executed, or in a single query. Like suppose I had a query select star from table name where. So the query optimizer decided that first which out of these three steps will take place, and then it gives us an execution plan that how I have to I have to execute my query. How? For example, you have studied about indexes earlier, so it will tell me that what is the best possible way to run my query. Suppose indexing is required, or formation of some clusters is required, or indexing of which columns will lead me to better results. So that is decided by the query optimizer, which gives me a execution plan. Then after that, a query code is generated, which is run by the machine. That is the code to the execute query. This is a query code. What is query code? Query code is a code to execute the query. And then what happens? The machine executes the query, and then it goes to the database processor, and the database processor, it fetches the required data and gives us the result. So what has happened here? After the execution plan has been given by query optimizer, okay, a query code is generated. Now this query code is run by the machine, because here intermediate form of query, this was neither understood by humans nor the machines. But now when I have the query code, this code is used to execute the query by the machine, which goes to the database processor, and then I get the result of the query. So that's all about the query optimization. See you in the next video, where we'll be discussing about data mining. And I hope you like the video. If it is helpful, so you can surely leave your comments below, or you can mail me and you can ask further doubts if any. Thank you for watching.